It's another Tasty Tuesday, and this week we are making one of my favorites, Croque Madames. You can get them at La Madeleine, but I'm gonna do a little twist on them this week because, I don't know, they're just fun and easy. You can do them at home, and they're not as fancy as La Madeleine's. So, first things first, you are going to make an egg wash. Or an egg, I don't even know what to call it. You're gonna dip your bread in an egg mixture. So I have about 5 to 6 eggs in this bowl. I'm going to just pour in, probably that's about half a cup of milk, just like you were gonna scramble eggs. Get that a good mix. The reason I make these is they're super easy for a summer night when you don't know what to make for dinner. You've all been there. We've all been there. Where you're like, oh man, it's summer, what do I make? This is just a great little something to throw together with a salad, a good green salad, and your family is super happy and satisfied. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side now. I don't need it anymore. Easy. You're gonna take your pieces of bread, you're gonna dip them in your egg. Get them not just like you're making French toast. If you've ever made homemade French toast, this is how you do it. Take your soaked bread, and you're gonna line your pan with your pieces of soaked bread, first and foremost. Doesn't look like the most beautiful, but they are sure tasty. All right. Go. We're back. Okay, next, easy enough. We are just going to take delicious Gouda cheese, one of my favorites. This is, I think it's smoked Gouda actually. And we're just gonna layer the Gouda cheese all on our bread. I have just always made them with Gouda, but I like all these fun cheeses, but that's just me. Okay, next we are going to take our tomato here, our big, juicy, awesome tomato, and we're just gonna cut some slices, some nice thin. You don't wanna overwhelm your Croque Madame with your tomato, so some big slices, but we're gonna make them thin, because sometimes you can have a big old tomato in your sandwich and it just can kind of ruin things, I think. So this is a good looking tomato. All right, here we go. Now we're just gonna place these on top of my pan's wanting to run away from me. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is a good tomato. It's nice and big. They're not always gonna be this awesome and big, so know that. We just happened to find a really good one. Okay, I need one more. Alrighty. Okay, how pretty does that look already? Okay, now you can get a whole ham. That's really how this is supposed to be done. But this time I could only find a ham that was sliced already because I really like to use a honey sugared ham. So just know that. It's kind of in a good chunk. The slices are not perfectly sliced, so you can get this kind of ham. All right, now crazily enough, you are going to take your ham and we're gonna grate it up. On the bigger side of the grater, we're gonna do some large pieces of ham. You want a lot of ham, so this may take you a minute or two. So I'm gonna take my shaved, yummy ham. You're just gonna put it on top of your already started Croque Madames. Okay, then I like to do a little aioli sauce. This is a garlic aioli. It just makes for a little, I don't know, every sandwich to me needs a little sauce. So you can use however little or as much as you want. There we go. Oh, I smell it. Oh, y'all, it smells so good. Okay, Now we are going to finish off with our, and not everybody may want the sauce, so I made 3 without it, and then I have 3 with sauce, so we make everybody happy. Last one, just enough egg. Okay. Okay, and now for the last easiest step. I cover with, sometimes I use Gruyere. If you've ever watched any of my videos or the last couple, if I involve cheese, I really like Gruyere because it melts so delicious. But today we're gonna use Monterey Jack just because we're gonna mix it up. And make sure whatever cheese you use on top is a good melting cheese. They actually sell, did y'all know this? They actually sell bags of melting cheese at the store. So I don't even know what it's made out of, but they do sell that. All right, we're gonna put this in the oven, and all we're gonna do is watch it until this cheese gets bubbly and melted and a little bit of browning on top. That's how you know they are perfect. Okay, that is set at 350, and like I said, at least 20 minutes, but just keep an eye on it. Yeah. There's the yummy inside. So yummy.